What if you could troll the entire world? Somebody who could rise to political power through nothing more than pushing people's buttons and getting them all riled up. Become the leader of a Scandinavian country, perhaps. Get them to listen to you when actually you're not even fucking a white male!
Hello, 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 I'm Elder, and welcome to the Open Debate. Honestly, life is crazy. It feels like virtual reality is constantly merging with physical reality to the point where we now have our very own version of South Park's Troll Trace.
This is why we all have to come together, Skank.
Since the dawn of the internet,
message boards and chat rooms have lit up with people who incite and insult for no apparent reason. They're called trolls, and a controversial company in Denmark is working to make them a thing of the past.
the days of trolls hiding behind nicknames and message
Boards are over, the Danish claim, as a new website, trolltrace.com, will soon be up and running. In less than a month, the servers will become active. Anyone can take any troll comment and send it through the Danish servers, where a real name and a physical address will be attached.
Every message, every comment ever made by trolls will retroactively be given a tag with the author's name, location, and full internet history.
Sounds like a pretty funny premise for a TV show, but what if I was to tell you that this is about to become reality? Then what would you say if I told you it was being started by a well-known black conservative female YouTuber that you probably know of? Her name is Red Pill Black, or Candace Owens. I've known about her for a little while now and was actually subscribed to her channel. Gotta support the sisters. But in all honesty, I haven't actually watched too much of her content. To be honest, she's always come across as kind of an authoritarian bitch. But what do I know? So I stumbled across a video by Tree of Logic, another black female YouTuber who I happen to be subscribed to. She outlines exactly what Candace has done, and so I'm going to refer to a few clips from her channel throughout this video. Links will be in the description below, and I highly recommend you actually go and check out her channel.
Till now, I never had to worry about being doxxed because I said something mean on the internet. And trust me, I said some very, very, very mean things on social media. Even though I've offended people with insults or hurt their feelings by being brutally honest, not once have I physically threatened, stalked, or harassed anyone. But that doesn't matter to Candace Owens, aka Red Pill Black. She believes that I and you should be punished for being politically incorrect on the internet. And how should we be punished? By having our personal information, such as our legal name, our address, employer, URLs to all our social media accounts, the list of every school we attended, and a screen cap of all the mean things we said on the internet to be displayed on a website for everyone to see. In other words, we deserve to be doxxed and shamed for typing mean words. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Because I called someone a spineless ass bastard with an IQ of a roach, I deserve to be doxxed so that criminals who I've locked up in the past can find me and try to kill me.
So it's literally a website to tattletale on people who have hurt your feelings, expose their personal information, and try to restrict them from receiving social benefits such as achieving employment or being accepted into university. Thought police, punishing you for thought crimes. Maybe it's not that bad. Let's hear what Candace had to say in her own words.
Don't take my word for it, honey.
Introducing Social Autopsy, the first ever search database that compiles and allows the public to easily access the digital footprint of individuals and companies. Our team has crawled through the public interfaces of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, creating real profiles for the individuals that lob hate speech over the web. These individuals are your teachers, doctors, neighbors, and business owners, and for the first time ever, you'll be given the chance to run a real background check on them to see what these people represent behind closed doors. Let me show you how it works. Plug in the name of any person, company, or organization. Our database will return any number of profile hits, which can then be narrowed down by city and state. When you've located a user, you will be brought to their autopsy report, which will consist of real screenshots of words that they have shared across social media platforms. Want to keep up to date to see if a particular profile has been added to? You can choose to follow an individual or company autopsy report privately to receive automatic email notifications when there has been any movement to that particular profile. Have someone that you'd like to add to our morgue? Submit them. Our database is continually grown by anonymous submissions from individuals like you. Because why engage in an online back-forth argument with friends over insulting statuses and comments when you can instead screenshot their harsh words and privately submit them to our database? Our team will review each and every submission and make it live if it meets our guidelines for harmful speech. Oh, and don't worry. We do not allow any commenting or labeling on our website because we do not want to play home to any bullying ourselves. We exist as a clean archive of an individual's words only, from which employers, friends, and universities alike may draw their own conclusions. Simply put, social autopsy is your digital footprint, so be mindful of the words that you share. Hey guys, it is Candace Owens, the founder of socialautopsy.com. We have gotten so many comments, questions, and concerns written in about our database from some of the articles that ran about it, as well as some of the social media work we've been doing trying to spread the word, and we figured, why not get it all in one spot and do a live FAQ? What about minors? We are seeing a lot of people that are showing concern for minors, and I guess it's sort of a two-pronged approach, which is first, you guys should be visiting the terms of service on Facebook and on Twitter because they thoroughly explain what it means to be a minor and what you sign up and what you agree for when you check that box and agree to their terms of usage. Pretty much, if you are a minor, you are not excluded from anything if you are posting in a public place saying awful things. With that said, we stand by the fact that we think the best time to be on our database is when you are a minor, because that's exactly what we're trying to do. We are trying to affect their, conscience when they're young so they know to use the internet more responsibly when they're older. There's no harm, no foul really if you're a minor, right? You have this profile for 365 days. You're not applying to college. You're not, going out for a job. It doesn't do anything to affect your livelihood in any way.
Does she even sound rational to you? This has to be the worst idea I have ever heard. I mean, what was she thinking when she watched South Park season 20? So how did this all happen? How did it come to be? Well, let me throw it back to my girl, Trio Logic, to break it down for you.
You see, on April the 13th, 2015, Candace Owens launched a Kickstarter to fund her doxing website called socialautopsy.com. When liberals heard about it, they immediately warned everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Candace Owens was looking to raise $75,000 to launch this doxing website. That day, a long list of liberal YouTubers began to make videos about it. They were warning everyone that this chick named Candace Owens launched a Kickstarter to fund a doxing website. So they, along with Reddit and 4chan, joined together to put a stop to it. They also created a petition demanding that Kickstarter terminate her financial campaign. Even the Young Turks made a video about it and said that this was a bad idea. Yes, the Young Turks. So due to the justified outrage from the left, Kickstarter suspended Candace Owens' fundraiser campaign 24 hours later. Now remember, this is the same doxing website that she told all these right-leaning men that it was just an innocent anti-bullying website. But instead of fact-checking her, they were all blinded by her charm and believed her story without investigating it. Now that her Kickstarter was suspended because it violated the terms of service in addition to being a horrible concept, Candace did what Candace does best. She played the victim. She created this fictitious story about Zoe Quinn releasing her army of gamer gators, and this was the reason why her Kickstarter was suspended. So after having thousands upon thousands of people tweet to her how deluded and crazy she is, Candace deleted her Twitter handle @socialcoroner and created a new one @S_autopsy. Here's a screenshot of her lying about being fully funded to launch socialautopsy.com and that she'll be back with a vengeance. She may have lied about being fully funded at that time, but she's definitely back with a vengeance. Soon after that, she deleted that Twitter profile and went underground to regroup. 5 months later, she resurfaced again on TED Talk's YouTube channel. The title to that video is The Truth About Your Activism. Candace Owens resurfaced 9 months later as Red Pill Black. But here's where things go horribly wrong. Paul Joseph Watson is smitten with Candace and showcased her on his channel as a black woman who was force-fed the red pill. This undoubtedly turned her from a liberal to a conservative. Force-fed the red pill? Really, Paul? When exactly did this happen? Her Kickstarter was destroyed by liberals, and rightfully so, back in April of last year, 2016. On May the 11th, she said on Twitter that she's still a liberal. On October the 20th of that same year, she appeared on stage in front of an empty audience playing a victim and giving SJW talking points. 9 months later, she's back on YouTube and surprise! I've been red-pilled and now I'm a conservative. Not once did you vet her. Not once did you investigate her story. Not once did you fact-check her, Paul. You let this brain affect this brain, and you allowed a SJW feminist to infiltrate the right-wingers' platform. Oh, but don't worry, he wasn't the only one who did this. After Paul Joseph Watson headlined her, Alex Jones had her on his show 4 times. Then Stephen Molyneux jumped in on the action. Next was Owen Schroeder, followed by Steven Crowder, who happily gave her a shout out. Jesse Waters also invited her on his show, followed by Andrew Clavin, Dave Rubin, and then Ken Matthews, and the names are still piling on. Oh, and Mike Cernovic often brags on Twitter about being besties with Candace for over a year. Oh, that Mike can't put nothing past him. Because these men have propped her as the conservatives' Black Madonna, she gained a lot of financial support from the conservatives. And we all know that when it comes to financial donations, no one gives as generously than us. And now she's this close to achieving the $75,000 she needed to launch her doxing website, all funded by right-wingers. How could these white men drop the ball and neglect to do a background check on Candace Owens? How did they fail to investigate her and her story? I'll tell you how. Because she's black, she's beautiful, she's charming, and she's a victim.
So that's pretty much the story so far. I haven't heard a response from Candace Owens, but given the amount of incriminating evidence, I would highly doubt that there is anybody left who's willing to stand behind this woman. The website is still up at the moment, although it's not fully operational. Also, there are a few security issues I'd be concerned about as well. Tree really went digging into this one, and I have to give her big props for using her platform to spread the word. You gotta give it up for people who are speaking a real message. And with that being said, take it away.
I want to actually walk you through the website so you can actually see how dangerous she and this website really is. So this is the index page. If you go to socialautopsy.com, you'll be taken to this landing page. This is her index page, which is her first page. It's pretty simple, you know, nothing fancy about it. She has her actual trademark company name, which is fitting actually, Degree 180. So here you enter in your email address to be notified when she has launched this site. enter your email to get notified when we've launched. I want to let you guys know that when you enter your email address, she has your IP address. And a little bit more. I'll let you know everything she collects from you from this website. So don't think that you're going to be anonymous too unless you are browsing her site and using it from a VPN. Other than that, if you are not using a VPN, she knows about your IP address, which means she can find your location. She knows your browser, and I'll show you everything she's going to find out because she's very transparent. So you enter into this and then we go here. So let's go to FAQ first. So here we are on her FAQ page, which stands for Frequently Asked Questions. And looky, it has been scrubbed clean. And that's not the only page that she scrubbed clean. She also did the same thing for About Us. That has also been scrubbed clean. So here we are on the Contact Us page, and it's pretty simple. Okay, it's nothing to this at all. And here we have a list of emails. All of them are from her degree180.com website, not socialautopsy.com website. And there's a reason for that. Because this website is so evil. It's so evil. She doesn't want to have the emails associated with this website because this website will be an infamous website once she gets to $75,000 from the gullible conservatives on the right to fund this doxing site. Okay, so now let's go to the most dangerous section of this website. Well, the second dangerous section of this website, and that is to submit a person. Anonymously submit a person in their words only. Now let me tell you how this is really fucked up, and I need you to pay attention. Here is where you can anonymously submit someone to the website who said something that was politically incorrect or hate speech or talked about your mama or said something that really offended you. Now, don't get confused by the word usage here. When they say photo of the user, they're not talking about the person who's submitting the information. Remember, you're submitting the information so-called anonymously, but not really, and I'll show you that later. You're going to submit the person you want to be doxxed. And what you do is you submit their picture here. It has to be a clear picture of their face. It could be a picture of their face and body, no nudity, and don't have any kind of filters where it shows like they have a dog nose and dog ears. It must be a clean, unphotoshopped, unfiltered picture. And you can submit as many as you want here. The more, the merrier. So next we have their name. You have to submit the first and last legal name of the person here. So as you can see, be sure this is the user's real name, and real is put in capital letters, so they put an emphasis. They want to have the actual name of the person, their legal name, their real name, first name and last name only. The next part here is the city and state. Once the person has your first and last name, the city and state in which you reside in, they can actually get your home address. Whether you live in a house or an apartment, they will find you. And here we have their current employer. Here is where you list where they're working. Are they working for a law firm, or are they working at Starbucks? Are they working at a liberal company and they're a conservative, a white nationalist, a quote-unquote Nazi, a member of the alt-right? If they are somebody who's a right-leaning libertarian that has the wrong think, this is where you can get them fired by entering their current employer. Here, okay? Now this right here is a piece of work. Social, let me just show you right here. You may include links to the user's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn pages. This helps to confirm identity. Now, this is the final finish right here. Add screenshots. Must consist of actual words, comments, statues, and tweets only. But here's the last part of this page, and this is important for you to know. Watch carefully. So down here at the bottom, once you finish entering all that information above, you have to check this box here stating that you agree to use this website. And this is the part people don't read, but I have to actually give you the summary of what this is basically saying. This is saying that Social Autopsy is not responsible for anything that happens to the person that you dox. They are not responsible for any consequences that will result from the personal information that are placed on their website. Free and clear, okay? And I want to read something to you. By submitting any content, you are confirming that if the content was in any way falsified, you release Social Autopsy SA from any legal responsibility entirely. In other words, you will be 100% accountable for any falsified content to the full extent of the legal system. Social Autopsy will cooperate fully with any such investigation, releasing your information to any inquiring authorities. Now, let me tell you why this is important. Unless you use a VPN, that's the only way you can possibly hide your identity, and let me tell you why. We use various technologies to collect information from your device and about your activities on our service. Information collected automatically. We automatically collect information from your browser or device when you visit our service. This woman is crazy!
I'm not too sure what to say. Before you know it, the thought police will be knocking at your door. And honestly, that's why I started this channel, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Well, actually I do plan on stopping this video here. But keep an eye out, because I'll be back soon. Until next time, I'm Elder with the Open Debate. Good luck.
En junkerred ved juletid. Tjing, tjang, tjing, lutilej. Omkring ham dalede sneen hvid. Tjing, tjang, tjing, lutilej. Han stred sig frem i regn og blæst med et, der sejnede hans hest. Tjing, tjang, lu, tjing, tjang, lu, tjing, tjang, tjing, lutilej.